You are important. Your place in this world, your place in your family, your place in God's creation is important. Never see yourself as less than God has created you to be. All right, guys, it's Eric here with Alton Motors. It is a rainy day here in Southwest Louisiana, but we've been working on all the panels that we have for the 68 Mustang. I've got all of them clean, primed, high build. I got a couple I got left to do some hand sanding on, but today I'm going to take some time and we're going to put this car together as much as we can. So we're going to hang the door, the fenders, we're going to do some gapping, get some stuff aligned, make sure that this car is going back together so we can prepare for the final steps of body work, which is panel alignment, making sure that we've blocked the whole car. We're going to get it all taken care of. But today we're going to go through this process of putting this car together. Y'all come along for the ride. We'll see y'all as you watch. Alright, so as I put the door panel on, what you saw me doing there was, remember, if you saw before, I took a drill bit and I drilled guide holes in the hinges. So when I went to put the door on, it wouldn't be that difficult for me to put the door back on exactly where it was when I lined it up. So I took my bolts, I got them started in the door hinges, then I took my guide pin, put it in the hole, made sure it matched up the hole that I drilled, put a pilot pin through, made sure it was there, tightened it up, made my little adjustments, and now the door's hung. We're going to move on to the fender. All right, well, we got a little bit of an issue on the underside of this fender where it bolts in from the bottom. There's a hole in the body of the car where the bolt's supposed to go for the adjustment on that bottom lower quarter, but the hole does not line up with where the fastener is, and so I'm going to have to fab up a fastener to go in that, so make sure that I have the adjustments to go on. So I'm going to get that fixed up. We'll be right back. All right, well, we got that fastener figured out. It's on the underside. We got it in. We got it ready. I'm going to finish putting this fender in. We're not doing any kind of final adjustments right now. We're just getting things close, getting the fasteners in where they need to go, so we make sure we got everything going on that we need to have going on. So we're going to keep working on the car. Keep your eyes open. All right, we're fixing to go to the other side. All right, that's both fenders roughed in. If you can tell, it's not perfect, but the body line is doing pretty well. So we're gonna keep working on this car. So my little hot rod came out to the garage to help me, and he saw we were getting the car put together. Tell him what you gotta say.
We really did.
He said we really did it. Well, we hadn't done it yet, but we getting there. Y'all keep watching.
We really did.
It's always good to have a grandkid come out and give me a break, but we got to get back to it, so let's keep working. All right, well there's the front clip of the car put on to be able to put these front headlight bezels in. We got to pull the fenders off and get them in from the back. So I just wanted to make sure that we had everything in place, everything's good. I have not final sanded them or rough sanded them, I guess you'd say. They are primed because I wanted to get them on here and make sure everything was matching before I started doing it, because when you do stuff on the rough end part of the build, there's a tendency to maybe nick the primer or do stuff like that. You got to do some final touch-ups whenever you're preparing for that final body work process. Everything looks pretty good. It's on. I got all my fasteners. Everything's good. I got the grill in another spot. I got the front valence, but I still got a hand sand. I'm gonna start working on that. Depending on the time that I have will depend on whether or not we come back and finish some more on this video. So just hang tight. We'll let you know. So my little hot rod and my wife went inside and made us a snack. So it's break time. What are we eating? What is it?
Cookie.
Cookies? What's it shaped like?
And you have bell and I have bell.
We have a bell. Is it good? Did Lolly do a good job?
Yes, just with me.
Just with you?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all did it good?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
When you're done helping Lolly cook, you gonna help me build this hot rod?
That just said something. That just said X.
Are you gonna help me build the hot rod? Who's Papa's hot rod? Lyric? Yeah, that's right. And Sissy's my princess. That's right. This is really good. Thank you. Mmm. Yummy. It doesn't have a seat or an engine?
Yeah. Why are so many cars in here?
I have so many cars in here because I like cars.
That why you drive in them?
Yeah, that's why I drive them.
Car, you put in a different one.
That's right.
But you eat it all up.
It's all gone. You want to be 5 on snack time? Love you, boy.
But I did.
Yep, you got some. All right, Papa's got to get back to work. Love it. So I'm spending some time here as we're working on and putting this 68 Mustang together, and this is what I call the eyeball. It's a headlight bucket, goes onto the front of the fender. So I'm getting things lined up. I am sanding these down, getting them flush. I've got the passenger side taken care of. So I got to sand this down. I'm taking some 320 and some guide coat, and I'm making sure that this is going to be nice because it's a cool part, right? It's a cool part of the face of the car. And I like this on the Mustangs because they did a good job with the design in this. I like how they're deep recessed and these flat surfaces really shine through when the car's put together. This headlight bucket is going to be seen, and so I want to make sure that this is all clean, all flat, all pretty when it's got paint on it, because it is kind of a showpiece. And when I was doing this, I was thinking about something that I thought I'd share with you. You haven't probably heard anything like this from me before, but I've spent a lot of my life dealing with and talking to people about stuff. And I just wanted to stop for a minute and share this with you. You know, I'm going to spend a lot of time on this piece. And this piece is because I know this piece is going to be seen. And there's going to be people who look at this car and like, this is the favorite aspect of the car. The design of the headlights and the front grille it really makes this car stand out for the time frame and time period. But what I wanted to share with you is, you know, a lot of times in life, we look at these things and we feel like, you know, that this is the most important thing. This is the showpiece. This is the thing that when people see the car that they see. And so it's kind of like in the limelight. And I just kind of relate this to life because, you know, there's a lot of folks in life who share like this part of, I guess, disposition. Like they're seen, they're admired, they're thought of because they're the face of whatever it is. And I just wanted to share with you something because, you know, I've spent a lot of time in life going through different stages in progress in like, where am I at in life? And sometimes we have a tendency to think of ourselves in a wrong light because we may not be the face, the thing that's seen. The thing that's gotten a lot of attention, that's gotten a lot of focus, that's been shined up, that is what most people will see and admire. You know, we're not all the showpiece. We're not all the final product. We're not all the part that people see and that are admired. And so sometimes it makes us feel like we're not as important or we're less than. But I want to tell you and share with you this lesson. I'm going to let this car teach us a lesson here for a minute. In my hand right here, I have some fasteners, and they don't amount to much. They don't look like much. But without these fasteners, this piece would almost be useless because it would just fall off the car. You see, when I turn this headlight bucket around, it's got these places for these fasteners, right? And so we have these studs, and these studs are gonna run up and be where they're supposed to be. And if these studs are where they're supposed to be, then they're gonna fulfill a function that's necessary for this headlight bucket to be admired. And without these studs where they're supposed to be, they get screwed in here on the back side. You see, they'll never be seen. They'll never be admired. They'll never be like what most people would see as important. But what I'm trying to tell you is that they are crucial, very important. That without them, you'd be driving down the road in this super fine car and this would just fall apart. It would fall off, it would get run over, and it would be junk. It would be turned into trash. So all the time that is spent in making this look good so that it can be presented would be almost like wasted time if it wasn't for these studs and these little bolts, these little nuts that keep it in place. Because what is true about this Mustang is that these front fender extensions or these headlight buckets, they are held to the fender or to the rest of the car with these studs and these nuts. These nuts go on, so this is going to go into the fender like so, and then from the back side, these nuts will be placed on these studs, and these nuts will fasten this headlight bucket to the fender and allow it to be seen. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because, you know, we all have a purpose in life, and sometimes we feel like we're not as important. But I feel like what's overlooked a lot of times in life and in stuff in general are these little pieces. But these little pieces are what's the foundation for this build to be successful. And there's little pieces in life and little players in life. And we say little, I'm not belittling the person. I'm saying that in the broad scheme of things, this nut by itself doesn't seem like much. But without this nut, this headlight is going to rattle off and fall and be worthless. So what I want you to understand is that no matter who you are or what position you have, every piece comes together and every piece is important and every piece makes the car. You know, if I was to sit and count all the small pieces versus the big pieces, like how many nuts and bolts, I only have 2 doors on this car, but I have 1,000 fasteners. I have 1,000 nuts, 1,000 bolts, 1,000 screws. There are so many of these little things that are necessary to make this big thing, this big, pretty, beautiful car race down the road possible. So wherever you are in life, don't ever let someone make you feel like you're less than. Today, you may be a washer, you may be a bolt, you may be a nut, you may be a stud, you may be any of these things, but it doesn't make you less important. In fact, it makes you the part of the build that holds everything together. And so I want to encourage you, as you go about life, no matter what position or place you're in, understand that it takes everything to come together to make something complete. Whether that's in your family, in your workplace, at your church, wherever it is, your position and your place is important, because without you doing what you're supposed to do, everything would just fall apart. And so I just wanted to stop and say thank you to all of the nuts and bolts in my life. I want to encourage you to say thank you to all the nuts and bolts in your life. And if you are one of those nuts or bolts in the life of somebody, don't think of yourself as being less than just because you're not seen. Because without this on the backside, you won't see it. But without it, everything would fall apart. You are important. Your place in this world, your place in your family, your place in God's creation is important. Never see yourself as less than God has created you to be. If you're a nut or a bolt in this world, in this life, I want to say thank you for doing your job and holding stuff together. You are the core of everything that is. Now we're going to get back to building this car. I'm going to get back to finishing this headlight bucket, and I'm going to appreciate these things that hold stuff together. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you as we continue this build.